The AKMS is one of the most famous variants of the Kalashnikov family and represents an important chapter in the history of Soviet military technology during the 20th century. It was developed as a folding stock version of the AKM, which itself was an improved evolution of the original AK-47 design. The purpose of creating the AKMS was to provide a more compact rifle for personnel whose duties required equipment that was easier to carry and store, such as airborne troops, vehicle crews, and other specialized military units. Its introduction demonstrated how military designers could adapt an existing and successful platform to different operational requirements while preserving a common design heritage. The history of the AKMS is closely connected with the modernization of the Soviet armed forces during the late 1950s and 1960s. During this period, many countries were replacing older military equipment with newer systems that reflected advances in engineering, manufacturing, and industrial technology. Instead of designing an entirely new rifle for every role, Soviet engineers expanded the Kalashnikov family into multiple variants that shared a common identity while serving different purposes. Historians often describe this approach as an example of evolutionary development, where technology advances through gradual improvement and adaptation rather than complete replacement. The AKMS also illustrates the broader industrial capabilities of the Soviet defense sector. Producing modern military equipment required expertise in precision engineering, quality control, manufacturing efficiency, and large-scale industrial organization. The rifle therefore represents more than a single piece of equipment. It symbolizes the technological and industrial development that characterized the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Researchers studying the history of military manufacturing frequently examine the AKMS to understand how engineering and industrial planning contributed to national defense programs. The rifle also highlights the importance of standardization in defense manufacturing. Rather than creating entirely separate systems for different categories of personnel, engineers often modify existing designs to satisfy new requirements while preserving manufacturing efficiency and organizational simplicity. The AKMS represents this philosophy and is frequently used as an example of how technological innovation can occur through careful refinement of proven concepts instead of radical redesign. Historians studying industrial development often point to such projects as evidence of the close relationship between engineering, logistics, and national defense planning. Today, the AKMS remains an important historical artifact and a notable member of the Kalashnikov family. It is displayed in military museums, discussed in academic research, featured in historical documentaries, and examined in studies of Cold War technology and industrial development. Decades after its introduction, it continues to symbolize the evolution of Soviet engineering and the modernization of military equipment during the 20th century. Its enduring recognition ensures that it remains one of the most significant and widely discussed variants within the history of the Kalashnikov series, and an important example of technological adaptation and industrial innovation.